Hi friends, it's Tuesday, October 7th. We just finished our Board of Supervisors meeting. We started at 9 o'clock and ended at 1:44, so it was a really long meeting. We had a lot of discussion. 30 people came to call to the audience, and so I'll get into that a little bit later. I do want to talk about what we're going to be doing. So Dia de los Muertos Community Altar is going to be at El Pueblo Neighborhood Center Wednesday, November 1st from 5:30 to 7:30. It's free and open to the public. We encourage you to bring a picture. This year's altar is going to be dedicated to Father Ricardo Elford, just a wonderful human being, priest that baptized me and my sisters, married my mom and dad, baptized my kids, performed the services for my grandparents. I mean, he's just a wonderful person. We're going to miss him dearly, and so I'm so glad that this altar is going to be dedicated to him. Wear purple on October 19th in honor of Domestic Violence Awareness, and take a picture and post it and tag us, and we'll share it because I think it's important for us to all be aware of domestic violence. And Community Safety and Pretrial Justice Forum hosted by NAACP is going to be October 27th from 8:30 to 1 at the YWCA of Southern Arizona at 525 North Bonita Avenue. It's also free and open to the public, so please come. So thank you to Dodi Adrian from Fleet Services for leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. My friend and mentor Cecilia Valdez read our land acknowledgement. Thank you. We had 30 speakers. Most of them spoke about the resolution in support of Israel put forward by Supervisor Christie and followed by a substitute motion resolution submitted by Supervisor Hines, and I signed on so it could get on the agenda. There was a little bit of a some miscommunication there, but I support that resolution, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit. Process approved to appoint an interim Vail Town Council if voters in Vail vote to incorporate on November 7th. So item number 10 for more information and a detailed sort of timeline for that. Monthly financial update from fiscal year 22-23. It looks like we'll have a carry forward or fund balance will be double what we projected last month. It went from 4 million to 8 million, which is good because right now fiscal year 23-24 several departments are over budget. Please read the item that to get more information. Essentially, we're at about $9 million from general fund and special revenue funds that were over. The main departments are Health Benefits Trust and the Sheriff's Department. Approve rezoning in District 5 by Headley and South Valley Indian Agency, approximately 1,300 feet south of Valencia, 69 homes. It's already in a residential area, so that'll be really good for our community because we need more homes in that area. And we are working on the roads there, so I supported that item. Voted no on a rezoning on Thornydale and Sumter. It's in the comprehensive land system, and which is environmentally sensitive land and very valuable, and not just financially valuable. It's valuable because it's riparian habitat. We have a lot of animals. We have mature saguaros that are over 20 years old. Pima County wanted to buy this property because of how valuable it was and to protect it because it's so very important, and there wasn't a willing seller. And so we couldn't do that. 39 acres of this lost environmental treasure will be mitigated off-site somewhere and nowhere near this property. And I don't think that you can recreate, riparian habitat and ways that animals are gonna go from one side of town or the other by just protecting acres somewhere else. So I didn't vote in favor of that, but it did pass 4-1, and many hearings took place, and that took a significant amount of time. This one specifically also took a long time. I forgot to mention we gave a big thanks to 10 wonderful GEMS employees here in Pima County and acknowledge their hard work in different departments, and so thank you so much for that, and we're going to go ahead and post a picture with all of their names. We approved 4 grants to assist with nearly 3,500 petitions submitted last year for people in mental health crisis, and I think that that's really important. And then the biggest item that took a significant amount of time is a resolution in support of Israel, and so I eventually voted in favor. I do want to note that the title of the resolution that Supervisor Christie put forward is Resolution in Support of Standing with Israel as it Defends Itself Against the Barbaric War Launched by Hamas and Other Terrorists, where the one that was put forward by Supervisor Hines, which I supported, is Pima County Resolution in Support of Peace in the Middle East. That was a substitute motion. It failed, with Supervisor Hines and I voting in favor and Supervisors Scott, Bronson, and Christie voting no. And then the main resolution came back, and I requested a friendly amendment to add some what I thought were really important whereas the United Nations has recognized the immediate humanitarian disaster, and whereas the state of Israel has the right to defend itself, but at the same time has the moral obligation to preserve civilian populations. I was hoping to put that in there and ensure that it shows that we would like innocent lives protected. And unfortunately, neither Supervisor Christie or Bronson, who was the maker and seconder of the motion, agreed to add that language. And so the item passed 4-0. Supervisor Hines was not there. I did read a statement that I'm going to go ahead and post in its entirety explaining the vote, but I do want to know, I just want to state publicly that I unequivocally condemn the horrific terrorist attack by Hamas against Israel and share a deep concern for Israeli hostages and the ongoing firing of missiles against Israeli population centers. I also have a deep concern for the safety of Palestinian civilians facing Israeli bombardment on Gaza Strip, cutting off their supplies of water, food, fuel, electricity, and the likely devastation and imminent ground invasion, especially given that reports estimate that 50% of the civilians are children. And I read this at the board meeting, and literally as soon as I came into the office, the latest report was that a bomb, an Israeli bomb hit a hospital, 500 people. And so I'm really disappointed that there wasn't a willingness on the part of the rest of my colleagues to add some speck of humanity for everybody there. This conflict hits home for many of us, and I just really urge our community to be kind to one another, to check in on our Jewish and Muslim friends, show kindness to everybody, and ultimately those hurt most by war are the innocent civilians. And I support a call for a ceasefire and to prevent further loss of innocent lives. That's the way we ended the meeting. It was very somber, and I was incredibly frustrated. We do have our next meeting is going to be on Tuesday, November 7th. And on a lighter note, these lovely banners here are going to be wherever you see them. D5 is going to be there. So look for us. Come say hi to us. We're here to serve. Thanks so much for paying attention to Pima County politics, my friends. Have a good day.